Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Again, I'm a broken record. I have not filmed in over a week and yeah, behind the schedule again. So anyway, obviously, based on the thumbnail and the title of this video, this is mine and Erica Conquered Beauty here on the YouTubes, in case you were unaware. It's our December Fab 5. We're going through, we're doing the December edition of Fab 5 and answering questions around Christmas. I know Christmas isn't everyone's thing, but it's our thing, and I embrace it. So, generally speaking, we will randomly choose 5 palettes from our collections, and then randomly generate 1 shade from each palette and create an eye look. I have been using the Pick Me app for a couple whiles now. Like, I pay for it. It's not a lot of money. In fact, one of the things that made me decide to do it was like it cost less than a pizza. And since I never ordered pizza, that seemed like a good idea. Let's just get the app. Anyway, I don't know what happened, but everything I had on there was deleted. Everything. Every wheel I've made, I had wheels with like all of my palettes, my Nomad palettes, my Blend Bunny palettes, wheels for picking winners to my giveaways, like so many things, and it's all gone. I feel like, if I remember correctly, I had 219 palettes, but I genuinely don't know if that's even accurate. I know I've gotten a bunch more in since the last time I looked at that, so I honestly just have no idea. And then last month we used our Aussie palettes because neither one of us had used it very much. So it's been several months since I've used my Pick Me app. Anyway, I'm going to use the number picker today because that still works beautifully without much of a ruckus at all. So I have 5 palettes, 4 holiday palettes and 1 non-holiday. So kind of cheating, but also not, because we get to make up the rules. So I pulled out both of my 9-pan Nomad Christmas palettes, both of my 15-pan palettes, and then I asked Erica if I should use Whistler or Chamonix, and she chose Chamonix. So we have 2 9-pan, 2 15, and 1 18. So let us randomly generate 2 shades from the 9-pan palettes now. Number 3 from Home for the Holidays, and 2 from the Finland. All right, next we have the Kindle marked Christmas palette from this year, and I adjusted the numbers 1 through 15, and we got 4. And then from it's the Polar Express. Wow. And then from Polar Express, we're getting 7. And then I adjusted the number again to 18. So from Chamonix Presky, we got 16. Okay. That is what I'm working with. The top one is from Home for the Holidays, and that is the shade, I want to say it's Kaiser. And then the next one down is White Christmas from the Santa's Workshop palette. And then we have, oop, I buried it, hold on. And then we have St. Nicholas from Kindle marked. And then from Polar Express, we have Desert of Ice. And this last one down here is Fondue from Chamonix après-ski. So, just at a glance, this is looking very 4th of July, less Christmas. I think this is going to take some work to make it work. So let me go give this a think, and I'll be right back, hopefully with a plan that works out. Okay, I think I have maybe a tentative plan. I'm just going to, I don't know, tuck in and hope for the best, because I genuinely don't know, but it could work. You never know. The first question is, what is your fave Christmas ornament you own, and why is it your fave? Okay, I'm gonna go in with Desert of Ice. I primed my eyes already, of course, like I normally do, with the Divina Prelusion all over my lid up to my brow, and I went in with the LA Girl stick primer, similar to the Sigma one. So I'm just going to get this on and blend it out. My favorite ornament. Per usual, I did not look at these questions beforehand. Is that wise? I genuinely don't know. My favorite ornament. Honestly, I think it has to be the pine cones that my kids and I decorated, painted with glitter glue 100 million years ago when they were little and sweet, and yeah, because it was, you know, time together. I also have some that I've done with the babies, which I also really, really love because, you know, time with the babies, so much fun for me. All right, that is pretty much that for now. Question number 2, do you prefer snowmen, reindeer, or Santa Claus decorations, or all 3? Oh, I prefer all 3. Now I'm going to go into Fondue from Chamonix après-ski. I'll include photos if you want to see. I have like a collection of Santas that kind of always go on my like washer and dryer area. And then I have a collection of snowmen that go around the living room. I don't have too many reindeer, but I love penguins and really anything Christmas. I love Christmas so much. Number 3, what is your fave Christmas carol? My favorite Christmas carol. Because that's different than my favorite Christmas song. Probably Jingle Bells. And I've changed the lyrics slightly because one of the babies a million years ago, she just turned 19 the other day, was singing it, and instead of saying, "Oh, what fun it is to ride," she said, "Oh, much fun it is to ride." And so from then on, that's how it goes. If you're singing it any other way, you're singing it wrong. So you're welcome for that. But yeah, I think it's just fun. Jingle Bells is just fun. Number 4, do you and your family open presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Okay, so when my kids were little, I'm going into White Christmas now. We opened one present Christmas Eve, and it was miraculously always Jim Jams. Brand spanking new Christmas jammies they could take a tubby and put on. You know how mad they were when they figured it out? And then everything else just gets opened Christmas morning. Now, because, you know, we're bigger and there's grandbabies, I'm just going back in with Desert of Ice just to blend between the two a little bit. But now that there's, you know, grandbabies and they have other families and, you know, extended families and whatever, we do Christmas Eve shenanigans during the day. And then they go and do Christmas with their other families on Christmas Day, which is fine. It's not the way I want it, but I didn't get a vote, sadly. Yeah. All right. What scent always makes you think of Christmas? Balsam pine. Period. Full stop. It's always balsam pine that makes me think of Christmas. I really, really like that a lot. Number 6, do you like eggnog or hot chocolate the best during the Christmas season? Okay, fun fact, I hate eggnog. I wouldn't put it in my mouth if you offered me less than $10 million. Just not, well, maybe $1 million. Well, hell, maybe $5 at this point. I may have gone a little nuts with the Christmas shopping. I don't like eggnog at all. I've never liked it. It's just wrong. It feels wrong. So, hard no. And I really enjoy like the taste of hot chocolate. Now I'm going into St. Nicholas from Christ Kindle Marked palette. I know this is going to look wicked wrong and crazy, but I think, no, see, that just looks very 4th of July. Okay, I am going to take that off. I love the flavor of hot chocolate. And generally speaking, hot chocolate doesn't like me, which I think is rude. It hurts my belly, which, you know, again, rude. But I haven't had a cup of hot chocolate in years. Except for like a hot chocolate party with my sister and my nieces. I'll have like an espresso cup and just have a couple of sips because, you know, it's fun. But a couple weeks ago, out of nowhere, I really wanted a cup of hot chocolate. And Mike made me one, and it was delightful. I loved it so much. All right, I'm taking White Christmas from the Finland palette, Santa's Workshop, and going back in over this area right there. Because, yeah, definitely should not have done that, George. Okay, so yeah, I love hot chocolate, but it doesn't love me. However, I was able to drink that cup and I was okay. So who knows? Maybe it doesn't hate me anymore. It's hard to tell. Number 7, do you send out Christmas cards? We have sent out Christmas cards every year, except I think last year was the first year we didn't. But, just gonna grab a brush. This year, I bought some very cool Christmas cards and I want to send those out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It would be nice. We used to Mike and I would sit down together and, you know, I'm going to go take the Kaiser shade, which is the only shimmer, and see if that will look cute in here. Yeah. that red is just going to make this look like 4th of July. I know we're supposed to create an eye look, but could I use it as my blush instead? Or I'll try it on my lower lash line and see what that ends up looking like. But I don't know, red and blue just always end up looking like 4th of July to me. So do we send out Christmas cards? Yes, we're going to this year. Usually I'll like address the envelopes and Mike will leave a little note specific to the person we're sending it to. But this year I went for old-fashioned postcards based on the early 1900s, like replicas that were actual postcards back then. It's very cool. I'm very excited for it. And part of me doesn't want to share it, and part of me wants to share all of them. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, let me go do the other eye. Try the red somewhere on my eye. The rest of my face, of course. I'll come back and show you the finished look, and that leaves us with 3 questions to answer when I get back. So hang tight. All right. Obviously everything is done. Let me scoot you in for an up-close reconnoiter at the eyes. I feel like I might have cheated a little bit. I lined my waterline with brown eyeliner, and then I used the red super close to my lash line, which I think the brown helped to tone it down. So I went in with the red as my blush, like I said I was going to, and then I used one of the shimmers from the Santa's Village palette as my highlight. The bluish one for my brow bone and nose, and then the pinkier one, I think it's called Rudolph, for my cheekbones. And then I used Kaiser, I think, as my lower lash line eyeshadow for the most part. And then I blended out the blue with a little bit of White Christmas from Santa's Village. So that is that. Let's get to the last few questions, shall we? Of course, my phone won't recognize my face now that I've got all my makeups on. All right. Number 8, what is your fave Christmas movie? If you've been here or you know me, it is Donovan's Reef. It's a great movie. It's not specifically a Christmas movie, but it takes place on Christmas. It is a fabulous movie. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. It's so good. John Wayne, Lee Marvin. It's amazing. So yeah, definitely should go and watch it. Number 9, what is the most memorable Christmas gift you've ever received? Probably when I was 12 or 13. I wanted a leather biker jacket more than I wanted my next breath. And I remember getting it when I was very, very little. I wanted the Shira Castle. I got that. I'm not really a things kind of girl. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And last but not least, if you could live in any Christmas movie, which one would it be and why? It would be Donovan's Reef, and primarily because it's a fantastic movie with great characters, and it takes place in Hawaii. I like being warm. I want to wear shorts on Christmas and go in the ocean. That sounds delightful to me. So yeah, I would definitely live in Donovan's Reef. That'd be amazing. So there you have it. I didn't mention in the beginning, but I will of course link Erica's channel below, and just in case you haven't been there before and you want an easy way to get there, this will do it. She's amazing. I'm pretty sure this is our last ever Fab 5, unless she decides she wants to play makeups and wants to film with me. Yeah, she's just not feeling the love for the makeup's content at the moment. So she's gonna take a time out, maybe forever, maybe for 5 minutes. You just never know. She's a wild card, that Erica. What else was I gonna say? I think I want to film a second video, so I think I'm just gonna leave it here and be done with it. Hopefully you enjoyed this Fab 5 for December. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Can't wait to go see Erica's video. Be good and remember to be kind to you.